This is Talk Radio, the 1998 KPMG Commercial Radio Station of the Year.
Hello? I'll answer a question for you.
What is the square root of 4?
2.
I mean...
How can you possibly script a show like this?
Kev types up the script and I follow it to the letter.
And you're on the wrong page.
Oh, shut up, Kev.
Yeah, shut up, Kev. Get your own show.
How about a key ring or something?
Oh, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? A key ring? Are you mad? You've got the one that goes...
No way.
You juggle balls?
Do I juggle balls?
Well, that's another thing I picked up in London. I'm only a wabbit.
He's a wabbit.
What? Come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
Can I get one of these little motorbikes like Kev's got? This Godzuki? I'm a Danny Kaye fan. I'm fortunate enough to see him in 1948 in the front row of the Palladium.
What was he doing there? You're getting lippy. I only said to blow the bloody doors off.
Come with me.
Nick Abbott.
This is Talk Radio. I'm Nick Abbott. How you doing in there? Is everything all right? Is everybody happy?
Of course.
No. Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey, working with children. Where were you during the war? That's what I'd like to know. What are you going to tell your grandchildren about where you were when the Blitz was on, eh?
And where were you?
Out.
Down the pub.
Yeah, I was out that year. Sorry about that. I was out during the entire war, as a matter of fact. I was busy doing my business. I wasn't born yet, you fool, but everybody knows that. Is everybody happy? Come on!
Is everybody happy? Yeah.
Oh, how about this one? Shave and a haircut.
Oh, yeah.
Blimey, I don't believe it. You are fired.
I'm not exactly versed in war humour.
How can anybody not know that? Shave and a haircut. If you don't get this right, I'm going to come in there and I'm going to insert this microphone in you.
Today? Yes, please.
So the number here is 0500 1053 89. If you have any concept of the generally held, the general memory of culture, because in here there ain't no culture.
Culture during the war?
Well, not necessarily. It's just, have you heard of Beethoven?
No.
You are so... You know when Carol says she's so annoying over and over again? It's not her. It's you, Kev. You're the one that's so annoying. I know she says it well, too. But it's not her, Kev. It's you. I'd like you to say, over and over again, I'm so annoying.
Really?
Say it.
I'm so annoying. I'm so annoying.
Say it more with feeling.
I'm so annoying. I'm so annoying.
Cart that up. I want it on one of my things here.
I'm so annoying. I'm so annoying.
Because you've got her.
I'm so annoying.
And I want you
I'm
to.
so annoying.
Carol
I'm
is
so annoying.
on holiday
I'm
still.
so annoying.
And we'll be
so
back.
annoying. I'm so annoying.
When she pleases.
I'm so annoying.
You saw her on the Jack Doherty show, right?
Yeah.
There's word in the industry that she's better than Jack Doherty, and she was only on there for like 4 days.
Well, I think she was very good.
Oh, yeah, she came in on somebody else's show, which was the nightmare in this business. Never go on holiday if you're in show business, because it's like no business I know. You go away, and if you're not great, if you're not brilliant, if you haven't got the show by the scruff of the neck, then you may well be screwed on your return, because somebody else has got to take over, right? Like when Kev goes on holiday, Kev is... we've only just started over here, and Kev has the audacity to take 2.5 weeks leave.
2 weeks, 2 days.
Like you've deserved it. And so we're going to obviously have somebody in to replace the Kev man. Or are we calling you Godzuki?
No, Kevzilla will be fine.
Kevzilla, right.
I saw that film last night. I really enjoyed it.
You did?
Yeah, I actually went to see it.
That has had such appalling reviews.
I know.
You liked Godzilla?
I didn't know liked
now, when
too strong an
when you were watching Godzilla, were you really looking at his Godzuki?
No.
You didn't feel like, wanted to, compare sizes? Nothing like that?
Oh, please.
You had a peek. Admit it.
8 minutes past 7.
I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything that's complaint-worthy. 0500 1053 89. Anything can happen in the next 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So where was I before I got sidetracked on Godzilla, for crying out loud? Oh, yeah, Kev was going on holiday. That's right. So I was going to have somebody in to do what Kev does. As soon as we figure out what it is that Kev does, then we'll be able to advertise the position. But we still have all these people here who have applied for this position that I haven't even... It's not even definite that it's available. We should call some of these people up immediately on the air. When do we take a break? Oh, in just a minute. I'm going to call Paul J... I better not say his last name. Paul J. He knows who he is. And I will interview him for this position live on the air. Okay, look at you. You're all... oh, blimey. It's a board full of regulars. Bless you for, coming straight in after the weekend. We'll have Reggie, Elizabeth from Cheddar. Let's speak to her immediately. Hello, Elizabeth.
Good evening, Nick.
Can you just hold for a moment?
You can fit me on now, because I got to go somewhere in a minute, see?
Where are you going?
I got to go down the shop somewhere to get something for somebody, like.
Could you be any more vague? You're going down the shops to get something for someone, like?
Like, I got to buy somebody some bottles of lemonade and got to get him some crisps and that, see?
Lemonade and crisps?
Yeah.
Your diet has fallen by the wayside, dear.
No, it's not from me. Nick?
Yeah?
I rung up to talk about Buck Fizz.
Buck Fizz?
Yeah.
What are the odds on that? If we had a poll in here, if we laid some bets what it is that the first person would call up about, we would never have got Buck's Fizz.
What it is, there's 2 new girls in now, isn't it? 2 new women, like.
There are?
And the other one, the other one's in, the Record Breakers now, isn't she?
Buck's Fizz? That's...
One of them, yeah, from back in the 80s, what used to be in the 80s, like. When he
Are they the 80s? I thought they were the 70s. Buck's Fizz are still going? Are they on tour with Shawaddy Waddy?
Yeah, but they got 2 different women now, and they got they had made a different song of the Buck Fizz song, like, Make Your Mind Up. They've done that one in a different tune, like, in a different song.
It sounds like you're really aggravated about this. Is it like one of those things where you go to a CD shop and you buy the greatest hits of the 50s, something like that, and then you take it home, and it's not Freddie and the Dream, not Freddie, it's not Little Anthony and the Imperials. It's the Imperials with some other bloke that they just dragged in off the street singing it, but they're calling it Little Anthony and the Imperials because he happened to be called Anthony, and he was little.
You're a good comedian.
I haven't said anything funny yet.
Yeah.
You're very easily pleased, Elizabeth.
Yeah,
my favourite type of caller.
Yeah.
But you seem to be really emotional about this. Blimey, woman, it's only Buck's Fizz. Get over it.
I don't buy Buck Fizz's tapes, though. It's not my sort of music, like, I would buy, like. I'm more for Frank Sinatra and that.
Frankie, how can you beat Frank?
Frank Sinatra, yeah.
Can you do me a favour? Do me a favour and say Buck's Fizz over and over and over again really quickly?
Buck Fizz, I do not like them much. That's what I'm ringing up about, see?
Kev is freaking out in there. What?
What is wrong with you?
Buck's Fizz, Buck's Fizz, Buck's Fizz, Buck's Fizz, Buck's Fizz. Is your hand over the button? I haven't said anything.
You're about to.
So, can you sing one of their little songs, Elizabeth, from Cheddar?
You gotta speed it up.
Need to be asked twice.
You gotta slow it down. You gotta run for your money. Take a chance in it.
Can I just stop you there for a second, Elizabeth? Obviously not. Like a steamroller. Up! You started too high, dear. You want to start a little lower because your head's going to explode.
I don't like the song. I'm more of a country and western.
I know you are. Country and western from Elizabeth.
It's not my sort of music.
From Cheddar. Can you do, as a very brief thing of what is becoming now your song? You've made it your own, and everybody who listens to this show looks forward to this part of the program more than any other.
Yeah.
Your song.
Is it what you mean? Pick me up on your way down, or when you beating broken arm?
No, pick me up on your way down.
I'll sing a little bit of that.
Okay, here it goes.
Once my love was good enough, through happiness we knew.
Happiness.
Then fame and fortune came your way and made a change in me.
It's coming up.
You find your letters of recess, it's not on solid ground.
Here it comes.
When you start to tumble,
yes?
Pick me up on your way down.
This is Talk Radio. Nick Abbott.
You have got to talk to him. He'll listen to you.
Pick me.
is one fat tune, dude. What is this?
This is The Real Roxanne featuring Hitman Howie T and Full Force.
I knew that. How can all of those people be responsible for this? This is nothing at all. I could get a computer to do this in about 5 minutes.
Oh, no, this is...
How many people was that?
About 18.
Hitman Howie what?
Hitman Howie T.
Yeah.
Full Force.
Yeah.
And The Real Roxanne. But this is this is just a loop from it because the rest of it's actually...
Yo.
A bit naff.
Yo. Yeah. This is DJ N in the house. So I'm going to call this bloke here who's called Paul J, and he's Paul J something. I won't give you the rest of it.
Now, Sick Boy and I are laying bets as to whether or not he's going to be in. We think probably not.
If, oh, and that was beautiful, by the way. During the ad break, you've obviously learnt from Nelly, who is unfortunately with us no more. You gave me 10 seconds before the end of the ad break, and he used to do it really nice. Like, 10, he'd say, sort of like, you know, get back up now, because normally during the ad breaks I go and sit in the corner of a room and pull a paper bag over my head, and wallow in a vat of self-pity, because that's, you know, my favourite mode. And he'd like pick me up, and like it's almost like James Brown. You remember he used to fall to the floor during his performances and have to get picked back up again?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Wonderful film of him doing that, and then fanning him and putting a cape over him, and he gets to the microphone and falls back down. That's exactly what it's like during the ad break here. I've collapsed. I've actually fallen on the floor. I have to speak to somebody about getting some sort of foam matting on the floor, because bruises of my entire but the balls. That would be nice. And then I fall on the floor and then throw myself into the corner of a room. And so he says 10, and like, oh, I'm on again. But you said it in the most... I mean, could you have liked saying that any less? 10.
No, but the thing was that I used to say that all the time, but then you used to sit in the corner, not listen to me at all, so I gave up. And just because Nelly was doing it, you just decided that perhaps it was a good idea to...
Is a good idea.
Yeah.
Just put a bit more warmth into it next time, will you? You great gong. Just because you're going away on holiday. Where are you going to go?
Morocco.
Really?
Mm.
Can you bring me back something? Here's one in Clydebank. Hello, Ronnie.
Hiya.
Ronnie.
I'll tell you what it was, Nick. I was listening the other week when I was at work and you were talking about, it was the Friday you had your punk night.
Oh yeah, we're going to do that again on this Friday.
And you mentioned Alex Harvey Band.
Yes.
I'm presuming that obviously you know Alex Harvey himself is dead now.
Oh yeah.
But Zal Clemenson, his guitarist.
Uh-huh, they're still doing it.
They're back the club scene in Glasgow.
Yeah, they've been doing it for ages.
Yeah. I was at 1974, I think it was. I was at a concert at Celtic Park. There was Little Feet, Streetwalkers, The Outlaws.
You're joking. I was there too.
Sensational Alex Harvey.
I know, that was the second... Yeah, that's the second gig I ever saw. I was there.
£4.
How much?
£4.
Is that how much it was?
Yeah.
Seemed like a lot in those days.
It did, and it was great.
It was just beyond great. It was phenomenal. It was the Who put
Alex
the boot
Harvey was something else.
It was the Who put the boot into, and he did,
That's right.
Oh, blimey, what's the long song which starts with just a keyboard riff? I can't remember what it was. Anyway, he did it on top of a stepladder, you remember?
That's right, yep.
I can't believe you're the first person I've ever met who was also at that gig.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And Kev, if you're going to Morocco, I hope you've got more luck than you have finding your discos, because that night you said Clouds was in Edinburgh. Clouds was part of the Apollo Theatre in Glasgow.
No, incorrect. Clouds was a club, punk was the punk club in Edinburgh, Ronnie.
Was it?
I know, because I used to go there all
the time. There was a Clouds disco in Glasgow.
And I never said it anyway.
Yeah, well, there was a Clouds disco in Edinburgh, and it went punk.
Was it?
Yeah, from sort of 76, 77, something like that, for the punk years.
I just thought, when you mentioned Alex Harvey, I mean, I've still got about half a dozen of his albums.
Yeah, naturally. And please, Ronnie, remember at all times, Vambo rules.
Oh,
Thanks
definitely.
a lot, mate. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Shall I call this bloke up now? I can't remember how you do this. How do you do this?
You'd select a line.
I'd like line 7, please. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Remember to drop out some digits.
Yeah. Let's drop some out here. David Letterman has dialing music because it's impossible. See, I've screwed up already. David Letterman has dialing music because it's impossible to dial and talk at the same time. If, as I just did, you try and do both, you screw up. So can I have some dialing music, please, Kev? Another shameless David Letterman ripoff, who's back on Paramount this evening, by the way. I think starting at midnight. Kev's rushing home after the show to tape it for me. Not. What are you doing in there? Where is it?
I'm trying to find you some.
Just anything, man. The first thing that comes to hand.
Right, really the first thing that comes to hand. All right. Here we go, then.
Take the ribbon from your hand. All right, come to think of it, perhaps the second thing that comes to hand. All right, no, that'll do. Take the ribbon from your hair. Shake it loose. Let it fall. And let it fall. Laying soft against your skin. Okay, well, we already have a problem because the first 3 digits are incorrect on this application for a job.
Do you want to try it one more time, no?
Well,
you press 9 first, yeah?
Oh, no. You got to press 9.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Take the ribbon from your hand. Okay, 9 for a line. Here we go. Loose and let it fall. Are you singing?
Yes.
Laying soft against your skin. No, again, there's a major screw-up on this. So I'll tell you what, I want you to check this number out at your leisure.
Try somebody else.
No, I want to try this one. I'll do it one more time. This is getting painful. Take the ribbon 9 for a line. Your hand. Shake it. No.
I have to put Willie back in the box now.
All right, let's take some of these calls. Excuse me?
It's Willie Nelson.
Oh, blimey. Here's one in Bath. Hello.
Oh, good evening, Nick.
How's it going?
Oh, cool, man. How was your weekend?
It was tiring.
Really?
Yes, very tiring.
Oh, why?
I'm tired. Because I work a lot. That's why.
Oh, yeah, I heard you got a few jobs on the go.
Couple. I need another job. I need an ordinary 9-to-5 office type job, so I can get into all of that pathetic office. Psychology and politics. That's my mug, that kind of thing. And you're using my coat hanger, and all of that crap. That I worked in a lot of offices, and they're all exactly the same. Every single one of them. Because I used to get sent out from an employment agency, and you go and do appalling pre-computer things like putting cards into alphabetical order, and it's just awful, just mind-numbing, like you want to kill yourself. And every single office I went into, it was staffed by, it's almost like they were following me, exactly the same people. All of them. Horrible.
Oh, right. I won't apply for any of those then, office jobs.
So, what's up, dude?
Well, it's been kind of like at least a week, I guess, without any references. So, I'd like to do perhaps the definitive Apocalypse Now impression, if I may. If you'd indulge me.
I'm sure, why not? The definitive Apocalypse Now impression. You are a big man, and I am a small man.
Yeah, he's a great man.
And I'm listening.
Little man. Right, here, shall I kick off then?
Sure.
Okay. Don't you think it's a little hairy for R&R, Colonel? God damn it! I say it's safe to surf this beach, Captain! It's safe to surf this beach!
Okay, you failed this test. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Charlie don't surf, by the way. Here's one in Nottingham.
You should hear what he just said about you when you cut him off.
What did he say?
I was listening here, and he goes, he says, oh, it wasn't very good, was it? And he heard you talking over him, and he just went...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the B word.
Yeah, the B word.
He's never getting on this show again until, the next time he calls. Here's one in Nottingham. Hello.
Hi, Nick, how are you?
Philip in his call box.
No, I'm not in there tonight, actually, because my mum's gone on holiday. So.
Oh, he's using his mum's phone.
Yes, I'm at home alone.
Really?
Yeah.
Got anything planned?
Yeah, I'm going out to the pub as soon as I've called you.
Well, you need to get the French polisher in afterwards?
Not tonight. Wednesday it should be.
Okay, he's going to polish it. He's going to polish it on Wednesday.
Yeah, 2 things I want to say. One that would be a bit of a shock towards you. First off, I want to say Squeeze should make a comeback. The band Squeeze?
Yeah.
I think they should make a comeback. So I actually saw them at a gig recently. They were playing at Nottingham's Woollerton Hall. There was a big gig there. Another band that was there was called the Saw Doctors. Have you ever heard of them?
Of course. What do you mean well, if they're still going, what do you mean by make a comeback?
I mean a comeback as in, release another album.
Ah.
So all the albums I've seen of theirs recently have just been, best of and everything.
Yeah.
So, I think they should make a comeback. They're, one of the best bands of the 80s by a mile, I think.
They were kind of like Blur, in that they were very British and had a sort of a comic streak about them.
Yeah. I think the only band that was better than them, you'll probably disagree with me on this completely, was Prefab Sprout.
Prefab sprout, yeah, also very British and a bit too clipped and clean for my taste.
I quite like that, actually.
Some of it was alright, but I wouldn't want to sit down and listen to a whole album.
Anyway, the other main one I wanted to talk to you about was, I've never seen Apocalypse Now before.
Well, then you should rent it on video.
I just want to know what's it about and everything, because everyone goes on about it.
What's it about? It's a psychedelic filmed version of Heart of Darkness. It's about how far out man can go towards being an animal. And it's generally about lots of things exploding and loud music and helicopters. That's about it, really.
I mean, my favourite...
And the horror. The horror.
Is Full Metal Jacket.
Also a superb film.
So if I like that, will I like Apocalypse Now?
Yes, and you'll like it more, because it's better.
It's better?
Yes.
The only thing that spoiled Full Metal Jacket was, like, it started off like comedy and everything, and then it just went to, like, really dark and everything. I sort of spoiled it, I think. They should have kept it with a comic more.
Well, it wouldn't have been such a great film. No,
it would have been better.
No, it's a great film because of the contrast. Try and keep up, Philip. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Here's a person in Norwich. Hello, Martin. You're on Talk Radio.
Hello, Nick. You know you just had Elizabeth from Cheddar on there.
Elizabeth from Cheddar.
With her Buck Fizz.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear this?
Nice to hear it at the right speed. Sped it up. Was that Pinky and Perky?
Oh, I thought I'd speed it up and then stop it completely.
That was
for the benefit of everyone.
It's the part where it stopped completely that was my favourite. Here's one in Cardiff. Hello, David.
Hello, Nick.
How's it going?
Not too bad. Well, what I phoned up about really was what I found. You know, like you like to read out balmy lists of things.
Okay, if you say so.
You've done excuses and God knows what.
Oh, all that stuff, yes.
Yeah.
I have a couple more y'all mamas so fat that jokes.
Yeah. Well, there's one here I've got ready in paper today, and there's some what they call it. People have said to the phone operator.
Okay, can you fax them in to us? Because it's not an insult, David, but just by listening to you, I think I'll be able to make a better job at making them funny.
Well, I'm not ready yet.
No, I know, but just by listening to, you don't sound like a trained professional to me, David.
No, I'm not.
Could you do me a favour and fax them in, and I'll say them on the air?
Right.
We'll take the same amount of time on the air. It's just I think we'll get more yucks.
Right.
Now, that may sound arrogant of me, but, what the hell.
Right.
Will you do that for us? You have a fax machine? No.
No. I'll let you say a piece. Yeah.
Do you have access to a stamp?
Yes.
Would you mind spending the money on sending it to me in the post?
I could do.
That would be fantastic. Do you have a pen and paper?
Yeah.
You do? The address is something that Kev's about to say.
Right to Nick Abbott. Talk Radio, P.O. Box 1089, London, W1A1, PP.
PP is, that's the most important part, David. If you leave anything off, don't leave PP off, okay?
Right.
In fact, I want you to write it much bigger than any of the other letters and underline it.
Right.
Thanks very much. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Here's one in Liverpool, and it looks like a person called Jeff.
Is one of the problems, rather, a misconception that people on scruffy estates wasted, that squalid people like living in squalor. That squalid people like living in squalor. In squalor. This is Peter Dealey. It's wasted, and isn't it just ghastly? Really? Well, I guess that would work. Yeah, okay, thanks a lot.
Well, there's a guy with very fast hands, and but probably because he has nothing else to do. He's sitting at home making sure that his fingers are quick all night long. Jeff in Liverpool, that was, it was just exactly as we heard it. Here's one in Burton-on-Trent. It's Aid Who Can't Get Laid.
Nick, you're going to get rid of the sack. I've been waiting half an hour for you.
It's a choice you make yourself. You're on your tea break, right?
Yeah.
In your biscuit factory.
Yeah, but what have you had on so far? You've just had rubbish, aren't you?
Well, and it seems like the trend continues.
It gets really rubbish. Yeah, anyway, last time I spoke to you, remember I said I was going to France?
Oh, yes, you were going to France with people who actually didn't want to go to France with you.
I didn't say that.
They seemed like you were going with a bunch of people, and they seemed to be dropping out like flies.
Well, one of them dropped out, and I found out why. He's been before. I went to this place called Boulogne, and you think this country's backward.
Called Bologna.
Boulogne.
But you're all right. Boulogne.
Wait, is it Boulogne, did you say?
Well, no, Boulogne. Let's go with Boulogne.
Yeah, anyway, everywhere shuts at 9 o'clock at night.
It does? You're joking. No, bars don't shut at 9 o'clock in Boulogne.
There hardly is no bars. I'll tell you, where we started, right, stopping on an industrial estate, and there's absolutely nothing for miles and miles, about 5 miles into the Boulogne or Boulogne, whatever it is. There's a few cabs and that. Everywhere shut between 12 and 2. And then after 9, everybody had gone to bed.
I do find that very aggravating when you go to Europe. Everything shuts for lunch, and they have such long lunches, and you can't get it together to go to the shops in the morning to get, aspirin and settlers and all that sort of stuff that you really need on holiday. And so, and you arrive about midday, which is a perfectly reasonable time when you're on holiday, and they're gone.
And nowhere in France actually tells you what time they're opening. You just sort of have to guess by each day what time they're shut and open.
And they take half days on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and it doesn't seem like anybody outside of this country is remotely interested in making money. I don't get it. That's true. Like Luxembourg is a case in point. Nothing is ever open in Luxembourg. You virtually have to make an appointment just to go buy a loaf of bread.
And you said take a phrase, but that practically saved a life with a star with different answering for that. Because we just had to sort of point at things.
Really?
And you're right, they do laugh at you as well.
Well, of course they do. But they find it endearing, and then they'll help you along, right?
Yeah.
If you'd just gone in there and said, "Oi, giz a chip butty, mate," they'd have probably slapped you around the head with a baguette.
We nearly had a complete disaster on the bus. We thought we got a return ticket. And the bus pulls up, and these people Men in Black come running on the bus.
What, Will Smith and the other guy, the Men in Black, came running on the bus?
They look like them. And
unbelievable.
Shouting at us really nastily in French.
So which phrases did you find to be the most successful? Here we go.
Can I have some food, please?
Yeah, but say it in French, though, man, so we can laugh at you.
I can't remember.
Yes, you can.
And pointed at it.
So which French phrases were you using?
Beer blonde. That's lager, isn't it?
Beer blonde, yeah.
That's about it, really.
And that's what you said? Like a bloke who came up to the table and you just said beer blonde? Was that it? You didn't dress it up with s'il vous plaît, monsieur, and all that jazz?
No, so just...
Speak French to me, Aid.
I can't... So I'll say a French phrase and I'll try and repeat it back to you. I can't remember any.
Well, this is like a linguaphone course now. Good grief, man. Get it together. And the number here is, blimey, since you came on, every single call's dropped off the board. 0500 10 53 89. Talk about your ideal time to call. Everybody heard you and ran. 0500 10 53 89. It'll never be easier to get through to this show. You're the only person I've got hanging on.
Nick, finally...
What have you done to my callers, man?
Finally, have you ever been on a ferry?
A ferry? Yes, I have. You know, the great thing about ferry, you stand at the back and you watch the waves depart and you've got a cocktail in your hand. How can you beat ferries?
It took us an hour to dock because the sea was that rough coming back. There's people falling everywhere. Have you been on a ferry when it's rough?
The worst mode of transport I've ever ridden in my life was a hovercraft, and it was the sea was pretty, well, it's a channel. It was fairly flat. It was just a little light chop, and I definitely thought I was going to lose every meal I'd ever eaten. I was going to throw up so hard, my feet would probably have come out my mouth. It was just awful. I never thought I was going to make it, and it only takes about half an hour.
Yeah. Well,
awful mode of transport.
At first, I thought it was fun, that it was going from side to side, but then when I got in the middle, and you couldn't walk straight, people falling down the stairs. Stuff were falling off the shelf of the huge free shop.
And what's the best thing to do? To go up on deck where you might fall off, but you can get some fresh air, or to go down below where you can kind of sit down but then the rocking of the boat, is it not best to see the horizon?
Well, I suppose you prefer me to go on deck. I might fall off, and I'll never call you again, would I?
Well, hidden benefits to every eventuality.
Well, I've really got to go, Nick. I'm going to get shot.
Okay, well, I just want you to enjoy your biscuits. Thanks a lot, Aid.
See you later in the week on next week.
It was Aid who can't get laid. 0500 10 53 89. Back to the production line. He's making his custard creams or whatever the hell he's doing.
No, keep him on.
Why?
He'll get fired. No, actually don't, because
they don't call us all the time, 0500 10 53 89. Free call. We should do a lightning round in a minute. We've only done one since we came back. Or, screenless or...
That was a great success, as I recall. Reminded me why we don't do them more often.
Yeah, we got, a little story for the nice ladies and gentlemen about... Yeah, about golf, is it not?
Golf?
Do we not have a little light? We're going to do a little story about golf.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. When should we do that? Now?
We could do it now or later.
I know, but I'm asking you the question, shall we do it now or later? And then your response was...
later. Not now.
You're just putting a mirror up to what I just said. It's like a parrot.
Let's do it later. Not
later,
now.
Okay. Here's one in London. Hello, Wayne, you're on Talk Radio.
Hello, Nick. Yeah, I was wondering if you're interested. There's a woman in America who's researching the family history of the McGiffins.
There is?
Yeah, well, how I know is I know somebody in Northern Ireland whose name's McGiffin, spelt the same, with G-I-F-F-I-N.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and he was telling me that he had a letter from a woman who's researching all the history of the McGiffins.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Is she there?
No, she's on holiday.
Oh, right, well, I was wondering if I could get that woman's number... Would you call her up and find out something about her ancestors?
Right.
Sure, why not?
Yeah? I'll try and find all that out for you.
No, wait a minute, how do you know all this?
Well, no, I know they've got a man in Northern Ireland whose name's McGiffin.
Yeah.
Spelt the same. And I asked him if he had ever heard of Carol, and he said, oh, yeah. He was telling me about a letter that he'd received from a woman in America who's researching... Her name's McGiffin, and she's researching all the family history.
Now, they're not asking for money, are they? They're not.
Oh, no,
it's not one of those things. Send us some money, and we've already researched this for you. We'll send you a family tree. It's not one of those.
No, because he's actually been in contact with her.
And you know what? I brought in that letter a little last week that said you have one between 100 and 600. Did you see in the newspaper that they'd actually done the guy?
Yeah. Oh, were they? I won 1,000.
You what?
I actually did win 1,000 sometimes you get the free vouchers through to get the newspapers. Can I say the name of the newspaper?
Sure.
Yeah, the Express. And afterwards, it's just a little survey of what you thought of it. And it's to get you to fill it in, they offer you a £1,000 draw.
And you won £1,000 on one of those things?
With a short letter saying, in a recent prize draw, you have won £1,000.
I don't believe it.
Away, and the cheque was just attached. Went through all right.
I'm in shock. I didn't think anybody ever won those things.
I did. I have been the only one that month.
I have entered so many competitions. I've spent so much of my life unemployed that unemployed with access to newspapers, and so every single thing in the newspaper I used to. I could have had a boat and a car and a house and everything.
Oh, Nick!
Didn't win a single stinking thing.
Nick. All right.
Yes, Wayne.
I was going about this one, a quiz night. I was in a quiz night on Friday night for a car. Yeah, it was for a car run by a newspaper in association with the dealers. And the quiz master, it was a true or false, he was splitting the 150 that were in it, the finalists, up across the floor. He asked the question, is there 2.2 pints in a litre? Well, I went to the false side because it is false. And he said true, tried to eliminate quite a lot of us. We had a big argument. He then changed his mind and actually allowed the others that got it wrong to be back in the quiz. That was for a car, and actually one of the people that would have been eliminated actually ended up winning it.
Oh, blimey, and you were thinking... Did that actually go through your mind? I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Well, no, because I was back in it, but so was the actual eventual winner. He should have been eliminated early on, because he actually got the question wrong. He said it was true and it was false.
And did you ever think...
Well, I was thinking more of getting onto the old angry hour today myself.
No, that would be wrong. Like that. Wrong.
What do you think of Carol's chances on this show, then?
On what show?
What she was standing in for.
I don't think they're going to dump Jack Doherty, are they? But I think that Carol should be given her own show, because I thought she did very well. She was completely in control. Now, I didn't see the start of the show when she did the monologue. Did she come on and crack gags and do a monologue?
The first...
I always missed the beginning of them, actually. I think she did.
Yeah, I think she did. But the trouble is, she was turning sideways all the time. I don't know if that was so she looked, she didn't look so wide. I can't. The trouble is, I was seeing three of her because Channel 5 I couldn't pick up very well.
Well, one's enough, let's face it.
Oh, she's quite nice. She's all right.
Yeah, that's right, but one is enough.
Is it?
I think, right. Yeah, no, one Carol McGiffin.
Well, there's only one.
There is yes, all right. That's what they chant on football in football stadiums. There's only one Carol McGiffin. They actually chant that. Okay, listen. Thanks a lot, Wayne. And get that number.
I'll get back to you on that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
We'd love to know how it all comes out. 0500 1053 89. The thing is, I meant to tell you this earlier on, Kev, that Yo Mama is so fat she's got more chins than a Hong Kong phone book.
Nick Abbott on Talk Radio.
Free call 0500 1053 89.
Getting up on the good foot. This is Nick Abbott on Talk Radio. And the number 0500 1053 89. The fax number 0541 59 69 79. The email nabbott 2b's 1t at talk-radio.co.uk. Here's a lady called Miriam. Hello, Miriam.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm right, thanks. Just a bit bored in the holidays, you know.
Bored on your holidays?
Yes.
Well, what have you been doing on your holiday? Okay, first of all, it's a holiday from...
From school.
Oh, you're in school?
Yeah.
What kind of school?
I'm in secondary school.
Secondary school. Which is the part that you most hate?
About school?
Yep.
I don't know.
Double maths.
All about it. All of it.
No, come on. Double maths on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
You have double maths on Wednesday morning?
No, I don't have... No, not on Wednesday morning, no. On Thursday morning.
Thursday morning, double maths.
Yeah.
Oh... Blimey. Double maths. And what was the last thing you learnt in maths?
Stuff about probability.
Oh, like you're ever going to use that.
Yeah.
Probability. Did he do the thing, how many people in your class?
About 27.
27. Did he do the thing where he stands up at the front and says, well, what do you think the probability of two people in this class having the same birthday?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
And?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention, so I haven't got a clue.
Oh, come on, Miriam, you're joking.
No, sorry.
Your mind was wandering in double maths?
Yeah.
What are the odds on that? Come on, what are the odds on that, Miriam? Or weren't you paying attention at all?
No, I wasn't, to be honest.
6 to 4.
Okay.
And I want you to write that down in your book.
Okay, then.
The odds of your mind wandering in maths are 6 to 4.
Right, okay.
In double maths.
In double maths on Thursday morning.
Thursday morning, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, what else do you hate about school?
Okay,
Any particular teachers that are real chronic pains in the neck?
Oh, I don't think I should say.
Of course, nobody's listening. Well, don't say names.
Okay, well, they're going to know who I am anyway. Okay,
No, they won't. Your teachers are listening to this. I haven't even said where you're from, have I? I don't think so.
Okay, then. I don't like my math teacher because he's boring.
Let me guess. He wears brown, ill-fitting corduroy trousers.
Okay.
He wears sort of a woolen waistcoat over a flannel tartan shirt.
Do you know him?
Bearded?
No.
Yeah, beards are out, aren't they? Only captains of the ship wear beards now.
Okay.
Not bearded. Okay, hairstyle from hell.
Yeah, lack of hair.
Lack of hair from hell, that's right.
Okay.
And he's so boring that you virtually want to kill yourself while in his class.
Yeah.
And it's a boring subject, that's the thing is.
Yeah.
If you're teaching a boring subject, you need to be enlivened by it as a teacher, otherwise your pupils are going to just be... And you feel the will to live sliding out from you when you're in there, don't you? Because it's impossible to concentrate on this stuff. If the teacher's bored, how can he expect you to be enthused about numbers and cosines and square roots and all that tripe that you are... And you know, don't you? You're never going to use this again for the rest of your life. What are you going to be when you grow up?
I don't know. I want to be a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yes.
Well, then you should pay attention to the arithmetic class, because when you're adding up your bill...
Yeah.
Then you're going to need, don't rely on calculators, because it might be an emergency, and you might have to, add 50% to your bill.
Okay.
Because that's the thing with lawyers. Think of a number, then add 50%.
Right, so I should listen in double maths on Thursday morning.
Well, yeah, no, listen to the arithmetic part, all that cosine and, all that tripe. You can forget that completely. But adding up, oh yes.
Okay.
Multiplying by 10, Because you add up, I think as a lawyer, you add up everything that you've done, charging by the hour, and then multiply by 10.
Right.
And then, present it while trying not to smirk. You want to be a lawyer. Why do you want to be a lawyer?
I don't know, because you get lots of money, don't you?
Is that it?
No, of course not it.
It is, though, isn't it?
No, of course it's not.
Well, then why?
Well, I don't know.
Well, come on, you must have thought about it. You must have gone through a whole list of things you want to... How old are you?
14.
14. You must have gone through a whole list of things that you wanted to be. First of all, you wanted to be a nurse, right? Then you wanted to take care of... Sure you did. Then you wanted to take care of horses.
Yeah, horses, yeah.
You didn't want to be a nurse?
No, I didn't, well, no.
Well, you don't like sick, smelly people?
No.
Right, so you want to look after horses, okay, and then, what else? You want to be...
I wanted to write books.
Write books. Well, you can always do that. It doesn't have to be a job. You can, people don't. People always think that I want to write a book.
Yeah.
And you think, well, I can get a proper job and write a book in the evening, right?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Okay.
You're never going to write a book in the evening. Trust me.
Okay, then.
You have to be unemployed for a very long time. Would you like to be unemployed for a very long time?
No.
Couple of years?
No.
Something like that? You could watch a lot of daytime television.
Okay. I don't like daytime television.
How can you not like daytime television? You're 14.
Because I'm always listening to the radio.
Listening to the radio?
Yes, I'm always listening to talk radio.
You're listening to talk radio?
Yeah.
Well, you're a little under our ideal demographic, dear. But it's nice to have you aboard. Catch them young, like the banks say. Catch them young and they'll never leave.
Okay.
Have banks been, posting letters to your school asking you if, are you a school leaver, you're going to a university, stuff like that? Have you been hassled by banks?
No.
When you're leaving school, do you find the bank managers, following you home, giving you pamphlets on how easy it is to open a bank account?
No, men never followed me, no.
He hasn't been telling you about his remarkable interest rate?
No.
Nothing like that at all?
No, absolutely not.
So you want to be a lawyer. What first made you want to be a lawyer?
Because I got interested in, history and Latin and stuff, and you need all that kind of stuff, to be a lawyer. And it just seems really interesting, and arguing with people. I like arguing with people.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Oh, that was pathetic, Miriam. Come on, please. That was handed to you on a plate. I like arguing with people. No, you don't. And then you caved. You are crap at this. Do something else. Oh, absolutely. You suck at being a lawyer.
Oh. Okay.
You've got to get much stronger than this. Don't listen to people like me. If you know what you want to do, then you form a straight path and don't let anybody sway you from. If you want to be a lawyer, then idiots like me come in and try and swerve you away to be, like a chef or a hairdresser or an airline pilot. Don't listen to us.
All right, then.
Do your parents know that you want to be a lawyer?
Yep.
They must be thrilled.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Yes. Are they or not?
Yeah, I suppose they are, yeah.
They wanted you to be a nurse.
No, they didn't want me to be a nurse.
They wanted you to be a horse doctor.
A horse doctor? No, they didn't want me to be a horse doctor.
Did they want you to be a bus conductor?
No.
A ballerina?
No, I don't think they did, no.
A football player?
No.
Well, what did they want you to be?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, you should ask them.
Okay.
Because you might disappoint them. They're doing a tremendous amount for you, Miriam. They're taking you through school. I bet they buy you not some nice clothes.
Yeah.
Sure they do.
Yeah.
New books and stuff. When you're going back to school, you'll see... Now, does it make your heart sink just before you're going back to school? You go walking down the high street, and in newsagents, it's like their big window display says, back to school.
Yeah.
Doesn't it make you want to puke?
Yeah, and it's only a couple of weeks into the holiday. Why can't they just give us some time?
I know, give you a break. Blimey, back to school, they're advertising it already. And you think at that time, blimey, I haven't done anything yet.
No.
Because when you start your holiday, it's all completely stretching out before you, and you think, well, how am I going to fill all this time? And then suddenly, immediately you leave school, you're bored, right?
Yeah.
You're bored. Yeah. And then you're bored and you're bored, and you're bored and you're bored and you're bored, and you go away on holiday with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't be more bored, am I right?
Yeah, but we haven't been on holiday, that's the thing.
And where are they dragging you to?
They're not dragging me anywhere. Unfortunately.
Oh, you're not going anywhere?
No.
Oh, it just gets worse.
Yes.
And so, and so you're doing nothing, and you're doing nothing, and then suddenly your holiday's over, and they're advertising it in the window of W.H. Smith. It says, back to school.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're screaming in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It comes as a tremendous shock, am I right?
Yep.
But the good part of that is you get to go buy new pens.
Why would I need new pens?
Of course you need new pens. I always like to go and get new pens and new books, like those lined books with the red margins and stuff, because it always feels, nice. And you get a new school uniform, because you must be growing, tremendously at the moment.
Yeah.
So they're buying all this new stuff for you.
Yeah.
And they're feeding you and clothing you and looking after you and worrying about you constantly.
Yeah.
And they probably want you to be, a juggler or something, and you're going to disappoint them and go and be a lawyer. You should find out what they want you to be.
Okay, then.
Don't you feel that you at least owe them that?
Yes, I think you're right.
You've got to get a lot stronger, Miriam.
Okay.
Stand up for what you stand for.
Okay.
And don't... Wow, what was that?
What?
Did you just throw the phone against the wall?
I think Sick Boy just exploded.
Blimey, something exploded in here.
Yeah.
Is it safe to touch the metal?
Are we still on the air, do you think?
Miriam, either we're being hit by asteroids, or the line is going. And in that respect, so are you.
Okay.
It was Miriam. She was nice. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. What was that call about, by the way? I don't think we even got to what that call was about. She'll call back probably, or not. And Kev couldn't care one way or the other. You hard-hearted bastard.
Anorax. Email Nick now.
nabbott@talk-radio.co.uk.
Oh, yeah. Right, well, let's try and get this guy on a mobile.
Oh, he has a mobile, does he?
Yeah. 9 for a line.
Do you want your dialing music back?
Well, this is dialing music.
Oh, okay. You didn't want or anything like that,
No. That would be correct. Okay, successfully dialed. Not ringing, but successfully dialed. Here's Nicky, the newsreader. Do we have any... The number you have called is not recognized.
You have dialed incorrectly.
Please dial again. I hate that woman. Well, in other words, none of the numbers that this bloke has given us are actually real. What kind of a job application is that? This bloke sucks.
Oh, well, let's hire him.
And furthermore, he spelt my name wrong.
Oh,
what kind of an idiot is this? He writes in for a job application and puts numbers that don't even exist. An idiot. Paul, you are so stupid, I can't even begin to put it in words.
He'd fit right in then, didn't he?
You what?
He'd fit right in.
Yes, right in. I know you could be an integral part of our team. So what did I request last time, Nicky the newsreader?
You didn't, you forgot.
Damn it.
I know, sorry.
So we should have a little poll here as to exactly what the story should be for tomorrow.
Nothing too hard, please.
We start, how about Viagra? That's hard.
Viagra's easy.
Easy.
It is a bit
That's
easy,
not hard at all. No. So it's 0500 1053 89. Topics for Nicky the newsreader to look up for the news tomorrow. We're starting slightly later because there's the football tomorrow. We're doing the Super Blues, Chelsea. And we'll be starting at about 7:30ish. Something like that. Not precisely on the nose, perhaps, but ish. 7:30ish. And we don't know whether we're going to be doing a show on Wednesday, because it all very much depends on how Chelsea do. If they're in the playoffs, I think the match will be on early, so we will follow that. If they're in the final, which we very much hope that they will be in the final, then we're not here at all.
Right, yeah. Well obviously, because we're Chelsea fans.
That's right. And the part where we're not here at all.
Where we're down the pub or something, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
But we'd much be sitting... Now, if we're here, that means that Chelsea have lost. But if we're not here, that means that Chelsea might win. So, in other words, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
Everyone's a wiener, baby. Here's one in Dereham. Hazel.
Hello, Nick.
Dereham.
Dereham in Norfolk.
It's the old Dereham Hazel. Hello.
It's stewed prudes and thick custard.
Stewed prunes and custard.
No, prudes.
Oh, prudes.
Yes.
Hazel is a stewed prude.
You asked me about being prudish.
Well, this is all like ancient history, Hazel.
Of course it is. Anyway, Friday, what did you do Friday on your day off? Can I just tell you quickly what I thought you did? I thought at first you were over in Dublin playing for Liverpool, but your name didn't come up on the team. I thought you were on the bench, but you weren't even on the bench.
Left back.
Would you be left back?
Yeah.
Do they have left backs in
left
football?
back, yeah, left back in the changing room. It's that old one. Don't believe it.
So what did you do on Friday?
I was just trying to remember, Hazel. I can't recall. What
Well,
did
you
I do
had an
on
alcoholic weekend.
Well, yeah, but that
Like
goes
Tommy
without-
Boyd did this afternoon.
Why, what's he saying?
Well, he was saying he thinks he's an alcoholic.
I have been wondering that myself because I drink every day. Every day I drink. And you open a bottle of wine, and can you just have a glass, like they say? The government says you can only have a glass. Can you hell?
No,
you drink the whole
can't.
bottle. You drink the whole bottle, and then you look for another one.
That's it. And then you take home a case. And then you ask yourself, am I alcoholic? And you keep saying, no, I'm not.
Yeah. But it's not good, Hazel. It really isn't. And I went through a period there where I'd drink one day and then not drink at all the next, because just being, slightly abstemious doesn't work. You can't just have a glass and then that's enough. No. It's the bottle. And bottles don't come big enough. You can only buy crap wine in litre amounts. They should change that, shouldn't they, Hazel?
Yeah, you want a flagon.
A flagon, that's right. Now she's getting the message. 0500 1053 89.
Award-winning talk radio across the UK on 1053 and 1089 AM. KPMG Commercial Radio Station of the Year.
Hello? I'll answer a question for you.
What is the square root of 4?
2.
I mean...
How can you possibly script a show like this?
Kev types up the script and I follow it to the letter.
And you're on the wrong page.
Oh, shut up, Kev.
Yeah, shut up, Kev. Get your own show.
How about a key ring or something?
Oh, yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? A key ring? Are you mad? Have you got the one that goes...
No way.
You juggle balls?
Do I juggle balls?
Well, that's another thing I picked up in London. I'm only a wabbit.
He's a wabbit.
What? Come with me.
Come with me. Come with me. Can I get one of these little motorbikes like Kev's got? This Godzuki?
I'm a Danny Kaye fan. I'm fortunate enough to see him in 1948 in the front row of the Palladium.
What was he doing there? You're getting lippy. I only said to blow the bloody doors off.
Come with me.
Nick Abbott.
She almost cracked up reading the weather because she was expecting me to say something. She almost didn't make it to the end there.
Why are you trying to psych out the newsreader now?
These little games I play.
Anyway, Coronation Street's finished now, so everyone will be tuning back in.
People don't still watch that, do they?
Yeah. Oh, well, not many. Only about 23, 24 million.
That's it's always amazing to me that people do. I mean, that's a third of the country.
Yeah.
That is a third of the country. 1/3 of the people living in this country watch Coronation Street. You're joking. A similar number watch EastEnders.
Which is on now, so...
Is it? Oh,
yeah.
Blimey.
Just to further blight our cause.
It just doesn't end. And what happens? But why do people watch these things? I just don't get it. I can understand why people would watch the funny comedy shows, the news, and, the documentaries about the cute birds or whatever it is that happens to be on. But soaps I'm mystified, especially British soaps, which are all about misery. They're ugly people whining about how dreadful their life is. I mean, it makes you want to leap out the window. I don't get it. So that's on now. Right, okay, well... And the pierced tongue thing in the news, so what's her name? I can't...
Zara.
I go through life not believing it. I'm like a younger Victor Meldrew. The front page of the Super Soraway Stun was some girl gets her tongue pierced. That was the front page. I am stunned. You must be joking. Some girl gets her tongue pierced. Let's put it over the entire front page. Has anybody ever heard of this woman? Who is she?
Zara Phillips?
Yeah, exactly. Who is she?
She's the...
Precisely. Never heard of her.
Princess Royal.
Yeah, exactly. One of those, Not remotely interested. There's a tremendous history of the royals having things pierced. I mean, Prince Albert did. You know Prince Albert, don't you, Kev?
Not personally, no.
Really?
No.
You ever thought about,
may have thought about it, but I'm sure everyone's thought about it.
I very much doubt it.
The pain.
The horror.
No, you don't think I'm going to get it done. You just think of the pain that people must endure to actually go through it.
Yeah, and like why? And so, tongues, I mean, that mystifies me too. This whole bolt thing, this whole piercing, tattooing thing that's going on there, I just don't understand. I really don't.
Yeah, we need our tongue expert in here.
You walk around town now, and every other person that walks by has got a stud through their eyeball. I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I think it's one of those things where you get one done, and then you get another and another and another, and suddenly you're covered from head to foot in tattoos and steel.
You know what the new thing is?
Oh, I don't think I want to hear it.
Embedded jewellery.
Pardon?
Apparently this is the case. Embedded jewellery, where you don't even have the jewellery pierced, you have it buried underneath the surface of your skin.
I've seen that.
So all you can see is a bump.
Is a lump, yeah. I've seen that. I've also seen somebody with a smile around their mouth, but with studs. Like a lot of them. Following the... following the contours of their lips. And about a half an inch, around from the lips. It's like almost like you draw a clown smile around, and they had it studs. I didn't stand to count because I was busy picking my jaw up off the ground, but a lot of them.
Should we say we want pierced callers only now? Yes. Call us if you're pierced.
And you have to tap whatever it has been pierced against the phone.
Well, you have to screen these, remember?
No. But please... make sure that you, sterilise it afterwards. Here's one in Hull. Hello, Robert.
Hello there. I'm afraid I'm not a pierced caller. I'm far too normal to be anything involved as stupid as that.
Would you mind tapping it against the phone anyway?
Anyway, talking about stupid things, I was on the radio there about that Keith Halliwell, and he was saying about people who take drugs are basically intellectually subnormal, and I'd agree with that.
Oh, fine. Just as long as you don't say anything controversial, Robert.
I mean, I just don't see the point in taking drugs.
Do you drink?
No, I can't drink because I'm allergic to alcohol. And I've never tried smoking.
Do you watch TV?
The point in that.
You like television?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like television, just takes you away from where you are into somewhere else. That's why people drink, that's why people take drugs, that's why people read books, that's why people, if you either sit there staring at the wall.
Yeah, well, at least watching TV and reading books doesn't damage your brain.
I beg to differ. Have you seen daytime television?
No, I saw 5 seconds of Anne and Nick and things like that, and it nearly destroyed my brain.
Exactly.
I watch better stuff like science, nature, and military documentaries, and science fiction series like Babylon 5.
And that doesn't damage your brain? Babylon 5? Are you serious?
I mean, it actually expands me mind, that.
It does.
It's certainly the most involving of series. I think it's even better than Star Trek.
Do you think that your mind has expanded to its fullest extent?
Yeah.
Or could it get bigger?
Well, I mean, we only use 10% of our brains.
Are you only using 10% of your brain?
I should think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's the conclusion I'm rapidly approaching.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see any point in taking drugs
Well, that's a stupid thing to say, Robert. If you've never taken drugs, how can you know why people take drugs?
Well,
it's like saying I don't see any point in reading a book if you've never read a book. How can you know what pleasure and joy can be had in reading books?
Yeah, well,
not that I'm saying that there's pleasure and joy.
Reading books don't damage your brain. Drugs do.
Well, alcohol damages your brain. Boxing damages your brain. Going on a roller coaster will probably damage your brain.
Oh, no, I've never boxed or drunk. I can't.
And you don't do roller coasters?
No, I'm scared of those.
Look, the thing is, much of what we like to do is bad for us. But you either sit there reading what the doctor's columns in the broadsheets, and this week you can't eat grapefruit, and then this week you can't drink coffee, and then next week you can't drink red wine, and then the following week everything that they said in the previous few weeks is completely turned on its head, and now they say, oh sorry about that. Yes, you can. Yeah. In fact, the more you do it, the better you are.
I mean, I agree with that. Yeah. Well, that's it. My whole nub of my gist, as it were.
What?
Is all about the nub of my gist. What I'm talking about is...
Robert, just before we go on, can you tap the nub of your jest on the phone for us, please?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's it. There's 3 reasons why you don't need to take drugs.
Reason number 1.
It damages your brain, and the brain is the most complex thing in the universe, so why would you want to mess with it?
Reason number 2.
Secondly, it's too expensive.
And reason number 3?
Well, if anyone ever watched an episode of News at 10 sometime last year, they had this and finally, you know, this humorous thing. And they had a car race, what I could loosely term a car race. It was at this event at Brands Hatch or Silverstone, and it was these 3 what could be loosely called cars, racing cars. One was a speedboat on wheels, another was an armchair, a motorised armchair, another was a skip on wheels, and another was a small shed.
And which one?
And I don't know, but there was all racing around this track, and I'll tell you this, when you can see something like that for real, you don't need drugs. It's a surreal Grand Prix.
Right, well, we're going to check that actually happened, and it wasn't you just flipping out while staring at a plain white wall.
No, I saw it on news, on the... finally,
yeah, you say that now, but, you know, have you also been hearing voices telling you to go out and kill the dog?
I don't have a dog.
Which makes it even stranger. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Thanks a lot, mate. Here's one, which we will take in a while. We've got soaps, piercings, and kitchen utensils. So that's pretty much it covered, isn't it?
Yeah, well, piercing kitchen utensils, is that like having a spatula inserted in your lip or something?
I think I'd like to see that.
Okay. Sick boy, get a spatula.
Does your mother have any piercings, Kev?
I don't think so.
Because she is so fat that animals at the zoo feed her.
This is Talk Radio. Nick Abbott.
You know, you'd think that he's helping you, but he's hurting you.
I bet you don't think I'm a very nice guy. Do you?
No.
And that was beautiful, by the way. You did that wonderfully, Kev. During the ad break, you warned me about the timeout, but instead of 10, suddenly you said I was on in 5.
Well, I was talking to you.
Were you trying to freak me out?
I was talking to you, and I only have one voice. If I had 2, then I could be in stereo, and I could be saying 10 seconds at the same time as I'm talking to you about
I like it when you squeal like a pig.
Wait.
0500 1053 89. Let's have some of these now. Here's one in Liverpool. Hello, John. You're on Talk Radio.
Hello, yes. I'd like to talk about the soaps and that.
Okay.
Recently I've been watching Brookside, and it's been quite miserable. And really, the best things on telly to watch is the documentaries, in which case you are learning things. Example, you've got the hotel programme on BBC One.
Oh, these aren't documentaries. You mean the fly on the wall stuff?
Yeah, but...
Oh, you don't learn anything from that. They suddenly found like nirvana in the TV world. They just stick a camera in front of some people at work, and there you've got a 6-part series. I don't get it. Who cares,
you know? It's funny for the people who haven't been to the Adelphi.
Well, you know what? They are soaps. But you're quite right in that respect. You said that and the word that you used was exactly right. They're funny. Like, they're doing the driving thing again with Maureen, who's one of the funniest people there's ever been on TV. The woman who can't drive.
The thing to watch.
Who, let's face it, should never be left in charge of a moving vehicle. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know she passed a test in the end, but I have my doubts about whether that's actually right, that she should be able to drive.
And it was a good story, and it did come to a good ending.
That's right.
It was nice, but there's some of these films today that you see on telly, and good for the children's brains, you know, all the violence and all these murders that are going on. I mean, it shouldn't happen. They should be careful on what they're really producing.
Oh, well, let's not get into that. The seeing violence on the screen makes people go out and be violent, because we could talk about that all day long and we would never come up with the definitive conclusion. But you tried soaps and you didn't like them. But do you understand why people do watch them? Because all of your mates must watch soaps, because everybody does.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm the only person out of all my mates that doesn't watch soaps.
Precisely, you are in a minority in this country if you do not watch soaps, because something like 20 million people watch EastEnders. And it must be much more than that, because that's just the per programme, and not everybody watches every programme. So let's be conservative and say 30 million people in all watch EastEnders. Not every person watches every programme, but, you know, it averages out. 30 million people also must watch Coronation Street. That's everybody. Because not everybody in those, they don't just watch their own, right? So there is a bit of an overlap, and the overlap of the people who don't watch either of those is taken up by everybody who watches Neighbours, and the Liverpool soap, Brookside, and Home and Away, and oh, blimey, you've got soaps coming out your ears. And it's all about the same thing. Ugly people whining about how awful their lives are, and I don't understand. You look at soaps that come from America, and it's ridiculously good-looking people with tans and teeth, all having sex with each other, which seems, preferable, really. If you're going to watch a stupid soap, they might as well be good-looking and, semi-naked. And South American soaps, they're all the same, too. Australian soaps, kind of like that. I mean, Neighbours is stupid, but at least it's not hideous and depressing to watch. I mean, suicidal you could get looking at EastEnd. If perhaps they get in Sweden like a constant diet of EastEnders and Coronation Street, and that's the reason why they're all leaping out of tall buildings.
Yeah, I suppose so, but I mean, there's some soaps and some of the storylines are really horrible, like Brookside, for instance.
Yeah, nobody is ever happy at all. Everybody is in constant misery, and perhaps people watch it because their lives are better. I don't know, they're sort of dull, boring, pathetic existences.
Or maybe it's similar.
Well, yeah, but, if you have a dull, boring, pathetic existence, I don't understand why you'd want to bring more of it into your life. I just don't get it. I really don't. But then I suppose I'm very superficial, and I watch frippery on TV, because there's precious little that's actually good quality stuff. BBC Two used to do all of these things, sort of art documentaries like Shock of the New and The Ascent of Man, and all of these great groundbreaking programs that they just don't do anymore. Now the BBC are too busy chasing ratings, buying programs that have already been successful from ITV. It's in the paper today. They've just offered the Trevor McDonald £1 million to come over and present their news. That's what we want from the BBC, is just some desperate chase for ratings. And so, despite the fact that they say that they're the world's leading news provider, now they're stealing somebody from ITV to come and read it for them. And now we're going to get what we had before was Nationwide, which is some sort of stupid magazine program about, personal interest stories from, which basically will be recent deaths in your area. It's going completely the American way, and we'll have a helicopter in the sky following police chases, and, it's just ridiculous. That's not what we want from the BBC. We want your actual quality. You don't want us to come down. You don't want the BBC to come down to our level. You want them to try and drag us up to theirs. Educate us, innit? Because we're stupid, and we need educating. We need to be shown things that we don't ordinarily see. We need arts programs and, all that sort of jazz. We don't need more blinking soaps from the BBC. I mean, everybody does tend to watch EastEnders, but that's not where the programme should be. It should be on ITV or Channel 4, somewhere commercial.
If we're all paying for our TV licences, we all want to have our value for our money.
Yeah, I understand that, but if you work it out over the year, you spend much more than £100, or which is what it's going to be, on booze or whatever. I think that this whole argument about nobody's watching is specious, because they should actually just be concentrating on producing quality, not desperately trying to beat ITV in the ratings, which is not what it's about. It's not what we pay £100. But they're not. They're freaks, because the tabloid press, as soon as the ratings come out, will say, well, why should we be paying this? Because you're not getting the ratings. And there's, a hidden agenda with the tabloid press, as you probably know, is why they're trying to bash the BBC. And they're just sucking it up, the mandarins at the Beeb. Whereas they should, actually, if you step back and think about it, forget ratings. It's like Saturday Night Lineup on BBC One is ridiculous. It goes something like, Are You Being Served, which is like 20 years old, and then it goes into Lily Savage and Dale Winton, and, it's just like, that is ITV lineup. That's not what we want from the BBC. Please do us a favour.
And as for Sunday, that's just appalling. Totally miserable.
I can't think, off the top of my head, I can't think of one single thing apart from Have I Got News For You that I watch on BBC, because...
Yes, that is a good programme.
Because it's just tripe. If it's not something they stole from ITV. It's, actually the whole physical thing. They steal a whole program with the stars and all. Then it's an idea that they stole either from ITV or American TV, and it's all soaps and game shows and stupid crap that gets stupid people sitting down in front of it, which will push the ratings up, which is not what we want from the BBC. It's not why we pay £100.
Channel 5.
Oh, well.
I'm disgusted with that.
Well, let's not go into Channel 5, because we could be here, all night. Okay, listen, thanks a lot, John. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Kev's sitting up and bouncing up and down. What's the matter with you?
What's the fax number? Okay, it's 0541 59 69 79.
I'm having my tea.
I know. And email nabbott, that's ABBOT, at talk-radio.co.uk. And we're actually getting a lot of faxes and emails saying, I thought you weren't on tomorrow night because we looked at the website, but apparently now you are. We are
website?
On the Talk Radio website.
Oh, right.
The schedule's been updated. We are on tomorrow.
From 7:30. Yeah, because there was a slight misunderstanding about times of matches, which were reported to us in Central European time, and we thought that they were, British summertime, which was not right.
It was incorrect.
Yes.
But so we are on tomorrow at 7:30.
Somebody sent me something that's a shameless David Letterman rip-off. It's a top 10 list. Do you want to hear this?
I've got a drum roll if you want it.
Well, let's just set it up now and we'll do it in a minute. Top 10 things that sound dirty at the office, but aren't. That sounds good, doesn't it? Top 10 things that sound dirty at the office, but aren't. I'll do that in a minute. And if you have free material that you'd like to send us, then it's all gratefully received. Here's one in... who's been waiting the longest? East Grinstead. Hello, Richard.
Nick.
Richard.
Hello. I wanted to talk about... I worry that things are too easy for people now. Sorry about that.
Blimey, I thought you'd stalled for a second there.
Sorry. Sore throat. I've just been looking through a catalogue, and there are all sorts of kitchen utensils.
Yeah, you went straight past the underwear section and straight to the kitchen utensils.
Well, it was a well-known clothing catalogue, but they have the nerve to do home things as well. And there was a mug rack that hangs on a wall, and it was also a towel rack at the same time.
What?
Yeah, weird.
A combination mug and towel rack?
Yeah, but
You're joking.
This is the best bit. Above the mugs, in big silver letters, it said mugs. And
in case of confusion,
towels, in big silver letters, it said towels.
Brilliant. And how much was it? $9.99.
Oh no, it's quite a posh catalogue.
$19.99.
Yeah, well, it was chrome and stainless steel.
Was it $19.99?
No, more than that. I think there was a 99 in there, but...
Oh, there's always a 99 in there, but, people are so stupid that they don't realise 19.99 is 20 quid.
Exactly. But it's psychological.
But I tell you what, people are that stupid. They don't. If you saw one side by side, one says £20 and the other said 19.99, you'd think you were getting a colossal bargain with a 19.99, regardless of the fact that you actually know it's only a penny, but it seems so much less.
Well, you could get 2, and then it would be 98, wouldn't it, on the end?
But if you got 100, think of the money you'd save.
Well, it'd probably be... Yeah, it might even go back down to a naught, though, mightn't it?
You'd make a fortune.
Oh, it's a killing. There's got to be something in that.
So what else is in that? Have you got the catalogue in front of you?
Oh, God, I have, yeah.
Well, flip it at random.
To give you a clue without giving you a name, it's the catalogue that actually has the nerve of billing you £3 to have their catalogue and buy things from it.
They do? They must take it off the initial purchase, surely.
No. Don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, outrageous people.
I'm outraged. Well, flip it open at random to a page, and then we'll see what's on it.
Oh, active living. Oh.
This must be for the, the over 70s, active living.
Well, it isn't, no. You've got some sort of mutant trainers that are for people who go hiking, if they exist, I don't know.
Oh, anybody's going to buy a trainer from a catalogue. How can you buy shoes from a catalogue? That's ridiculous. How can you possibly know what your size is? I mean, every shoe from every manufacturer is different.
Well, rumour has it you can send these back, but...
But why not go to a shop? I mean, this whole concept of buying clothes from catalogue, I don't get it. You ever bought clothes from a catalogue, Kev? Looks like you bought those clothes blindfold.
No, I haven't.
Actually, I was thinking there'd probably be quite a lot of Godzilla toys in them at Christmas.
Uh-huh. Any Godzuki toys?
I don't know if they can do close-ups. How about another page?
Comes with its own magnifier, Kev, and tweezers, as a matter of fact. That's right.
There's a sofa called Swirl.
Swirly sofa.
And it's sort of a...
No home should be with that one. It's $299.95. Am I right?
Let's get one in. Let's get one of them in here.
We should get a swirly sofa. That's right. We should get a cocktail cabinet. I could do with a martini right now.
Yeah, get Nick a martini.
Can you get me a dry martini straight up with a twist?
Dry martini straight up with a twist. And a pickle.
There's also one called a salsa.
And some salsa and some chips. That's a good idea. Thanks a lot, Richard.
Yeah, you've got everything. Day mask. I've never had that.
That's right. We're still waiting for our order over here. We've been sat at this table for about half an hour, and I'm still waiting for my blinking martini, mate.
You can't get them nowadays.
You can't get the help. That's right.
No.
And where are my chips? Damn it.
Pay peanuts.
Get peanuts.
Get
that's right. And that's another thing. Where are my damned peanuts? 0500 1053 89.
Get Nick some peanuts.
Peanuts.
In his martini.
And a pickle. Here's one in Northampton. Hello, Dale.
Hello there, Nick. How you doing?
All right.
I just thought I'd ring you up. I was a couple of things, actually. I was just going to say, aren't people so untrusting? Don't you think, in general?
Well, it sounds like this is a setup to a bit, so go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, basically, I've just been sort of like, I had my car in the paper for the last few weeks, and it's the last week, actually. Someone's come around to buy it, and the exchanging of names and addresses and signing, oh, we received this and we received that, and then I counted through the money. I had a phone call in between. I went back and actually recounted it just in case he'd actually sort of like took something out in between. He didn't have a check number and all. I suppose it's a case of me being untrusting, actually, but then he sort of like asked all these questions and was a bit sort of like suspect, and I just thought, you know, why is it human nature to be like that, you know?
But human nature is to be like that because of experience. People are awful, generally.
Well, that's true, I suppose.
Dreadful people are. Cats and dogs, they're fine. You can trust them. Well, cats is like, but dogs, definitely. But people, I wouldn't trust them an inch.
Nick, I was
Speaking of an inch, Godzuki has something to say.
No, I don't. Except stop calling me... Firstly, it's Kevzilla, and if it was going to be a Zuki, it'd be Kevzuki and not Godzuki.
So, what's up, Dale?
Well, basically, I actually applied for this position, which isn't officially a position, the one that you've been trying to get rid of tonight.
You're not the idiot who wrote to us with a whole letter full of wrong numbers, are you?
No. Thank you very much. I don't know if you even got mine.
Well, I don't know. Do we like his attitude?
Well, no, he seems to be a bit,
a bit
pitchy.
Also.
Not pitchy at all.
Oh, well, why you go,
there's enough, highly strung show business types around here as it is, Dale. We don't need you coming along.
If you'd received it at all.
And souring the water.
Nick, I was just wondering if you'd received all the bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces?
Yeah, well, I've sent through some audio stuff that should reach you in a couple of days, actually.
What does the envelope look like?
It's not a letter bomb, trust me.
Did you tape things to the envelope?
Like what?
Well, okay, that's the...
Well, it's just a normal cassette inside, basically. It's like it would be trailing your show.
Is it the damp one that smells funny?
No, it's definitely not that one. No, it's just like a trail for the show, but I've got to admit, it's not as good as the one which Kev did. It was for Thursday's show, which has been trailed on there, but it's not as good as...
And this has what to do with you coming in and making tea and generally,
well, no, I'm just showing you...
fluffing up our egos?
I'm multi-skilled. I can do more than one thing, but I can...
Yeah, that's right. You can throw a hissy fit and make tea at the same time.
You're hired.
I don't throw hissy fits.
Oh, well, you're not then.
Northampton. How can you... You're in Northampton. We're in London, mate.
I'm actually ringing from Norfolk, but I don't like to associate myself with the place. I just saw it on the TV.
Well, ditto Norfolk. It's too far to commute.
Well, no, I know people down there who live in London, and to be honest, to get out of Norfolk for a week would just liven up my whole life.
And these people would be prepared to put up with you for a week?
Yeah, they like me, amazingly enough. I don't know if it's anything to do with the fivers I keep slipping them, but, you know. No, I mean, I have got friends down in London. Time to get out of Norfolk, I think.
Crapper jokes too, Kev. Really bad-tempered, awful sense of humour.
Who?
Not local. I don't know. This is not really adding up to...
I'm looking at moving into London anyway, to be honest.
Why?
Have you ever been to Norfolk? Seriously. It's the most dire place in the whole world.
So if you moved into London, then you'd be handy?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, if we ever need a handyman, then we'll give you a call. Thanks a lot, mate. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. We do actually need a handyman around here.
We do.
Give engineering some help. When is this fab new system coming in?
Well, apparently
2 weeks ago that you said it was going to come in 1 week ago, and 1 week ago you said it's going to come in this week.
Well, firstly, when you phone me up and say, "Is it ready yet?" and I go, "No," I'm acting like
it's
it's
like a kid in the back, like I'm a kid in the back of the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It's got nothing to do with me.
It's just such a great system. I want to start playing with it now. It's like Christmas come early. It's fabulous. Is it here yet?
It is here. That's it there. It's just not plugged in yet.
Not plugged in? You mean it came without a plug? That's the only problem with it. It came without a plug.
Yeah, and we're trying to find...
Blimey, get engineering in here straight away. Just fix a plug. Oh, they'll need an electrician, won't they? Because that's it's not an engineering job, mate. That's an electrician's job. What?
Nothing.
Are you suggesting that that's true?
No, I just
Did they refuse to put a plug on something and said it was an electrician's job?
All I'm saying is...
Do they also do that when you need a bulb changed?
I like the engineers here. I think
so do I. Of course they can take a joke.
They couldn't last time.
What do you mean they couldn't last time?
No, they could. I was joking. I'm just winding you up. But remember, they were phoning up saying, "Here."
I know, and he was a very, the man in the brown cords, right? He was very nice about it.
The IT guy, yeah, Ian's all right actually. He listens, and he also forwards all of the mail that's wrongly addressed to like Nick Abbott with 2 T's and stuff, and he forwards that to us.
You seem to be talking a lot this evening.
I know.
Talk about aggravating.
I'll shut up now.
Goodbye, Dale.
Goodbye.
Here's one in Bournemouth. Hello, Sandra. Sandra.
Oh, hello! I've waited so long, and can I say I love your sense of humour? I love everything that you do, and you make everybody happy.
What?
Excuse me, you do. And I tell you, when you said about that man going into the, he went into the doctor's, and he sat down and everything like that, and he said, I haven't seen you. This is the doctor speaking. And he said, I haven't seen you lately. He said, no, it's because I've been ill. I walked for about 3 days laughing. So you've got a miracle there, and it's wonderful for us all.
About 3 days laughing. Well,
yeah, because
that'll teach you next time not to leave your pills at home.
Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling.
Crazy for feeling. That's the problem with you, Sandra. You're feeling too much.
Oh, and you've got it in one. And you're the same, and that's why we connect. And can I go down to something very serious? They said to me in this letter from the Cornhill Direct, right, dear Mrs. Vince, what if the unthinkable happened? That's to us all, is it not? How would your family cope? And I said, well, I've loved them so much, and I've trained them all of my life. I've had 5 children. I've got a lot of grandchildren, and I've trained them all to go through life and everything like that. And they said, you know, this is an insurance thing. This should be stopped, shouldn't it, Nick?
You have the most singy-songy voice I've ever heard in my life. And when you said you wanted to go down to something more important, my heart leapt through my chest for a second there, Sandra. I had no idea what you were going to say.
Because it's so serious to me.
Obviously.
And they say, as you approach your next birthday and look forward, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, I mean, how dare they? How dare they?
What do you? Can I ask you a question about this, Sandra?
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
I look after everybody.
You look after everybody?
Yeah.
Well, Kev's in there. He hasn't been looked after.
You haven't looked after me at all.
He needs help dressing.
Him a long time, and he doesn't need looking after.
Do you
He's
sing
got
at
a
all?
lovely mother.
Do you sing at all, Sandra?
I do.
No.
And it's called I Love You All.
Okay, here's Sandra singing I Love You All.
Yes.
Okay.
Diana left that on the 31st of this month, and she said to us all,
Is this your singing?
Stretch out your hand and help each other, and we do it with love.
Sick boy.
Was that singing?
Where did you find her?
Sandra, were you singing then?
I was.
That was singing?
What do you want me to sing?
That's not singing, woman. This is singing.
Nick Abbott on Talk Radio.
Free call 0500 1053 89.
Are you still there, Sandra? Oh, blimey. Time to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye, Sandra.
Because
Time to say goodbye, Sandra.
I'm going to say goodbye.
Time to say goodbye, Sandra.
You are kind of wonderful.
Time to say goodbye, Sandra.
Au revoir.
She just won't say goodbye. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call. I still got this top 10 list. We're going to do that in, it's James.
Right.
It's the late James Whale. That was unexpected.
Sorry, I like to...
you do things that are unexpected.
Unexpected.
You did a tremendous job ironing that shirt. That was beautiful.
No, little woman. No, I'm not being disparaging about someone I live with. No, a little woman in the shop across the road who irons my clothes.
Really?
Yes, I take my underpants over there regularly.
In the shop across the road?
Yeah, shop across the road, always says.
That's a coffee shop.
Yeah, I know. But, she just takes in a bit of my ironing, just, oh, Nasa, yeah, what have you bought this time? Oh, dear, I can't believe you went there.
Of course.
You went there?
Yes.
Have you discussed this with everybody yet or not?
No. What's to discuss?
Oh, my God. Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't it?
That's wonderful. And so cheap.
This works very well on radio.
Yeah, no, that's rather nice.
You like that?
Yes, very, very nice indeed. Nick?
So where were you last week then? I missed you.
It's reduced from £20 to £8.
Of course.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Oh, well, apparently if I can't get in here at about the time you do your break, I can't get in here, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I did leave. I left my phone number with your producer. I don't like to turn up until about 5 minutes before I go on air.
Sure.
Yeah. So I said, if I'm at the pub or at the coffee shop across the road or whatever, just give me a call.
Your pants pressed.
And, yeah, exactly. Or just having a glass of something. And you should, those two, the Ladies Watch Shop. Have you heard those?
The what?
They call themselves the Ladies Watch Shop, and they do some of the programs on Talk Radio, and they go out shopping for stuff. Is it?
They do?
Yeah, they do, yeah. It's almost like another pair of trousers. How many pairs of trousers can one person wear?
I don't know. We should try that as a topic for an hour once. How many pants can you actually put on?
I don't know if the listener can see this, but this is the sort of the old-fashioned buckle design that they used to have in the army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cinched back.
Yes, very nice indeed. It sort of ruches it in, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you say so.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Fine. What's on the show tonight then?
What is on the show tonight then?
Ah, right, yes, what is on the show? Well, we sit in there and it sort of...
it comes out of you.
It unfolds before us, yes. We're going to have every page 3 model that has ever appeared in the newspaper coming in and discussing the merits of boob jobs or not.
That's a good idea.
I think that'll fill up 4 hours.
Sure.
Yeah.
In your own personal life, but on the show...
Ah, sorry, on the show. Well, there's well, it's like you, I sit there and we have some very good ideas... And then maybe we'll do something different.
And you throw them all away.
Yeah. I've got a guy coming in who's written this wonderful book. He's a scientist, and he's written a book about some sort of thing, kind of cancerous thing, eating away at the Earth's core. And apparently it could happen.
Really?
Yeah, so forget extraterrestrials, worry more about what's in the planet.
It's coming from within.
Exactly. I always thought it was the tube trains running under London, but apparently not.
It's this growth.
It's a good idea for a book, that, isn't it?
He's done it already.
Yeah. She sent you another photograph?
No, it's the same one.
Oh, right, okay, fine. Keep you company. Good, okay, well, I think I'll go out and,
juggle.
Brush my teeth, yeah, that's it. Sort of thing.
Do you always brush your teeth before you go on here?
Oh, absolutely, don't you?
Yeah.
I've seen you in there. I've seen you in there with your medicine. Yeah.
I only take them after the show.
I'm very pierced. She has lots of bits done.
Yeah, we're going to get to her in a minute.
Oh, good.
Are you still there, Sandra?
I am.
Oh, blimey, she's still there.
Sorry about that, Sandra.
It's James Whale. He's coming in after the new news at 9 o'clock. Where are we taking the next break? Sandra, you just don't stop talking, do you, dear? Say goodbye.
Au revoir.
Are you still there? Oh, blimey. Here's one in London. Hello, Neil.
Hi, Jane. Nick?
Yes.
You can hear... Oh, great. Sorry about that. Been on my mobile for the last 20 minutes. Right, basically, I just wanted to say, regarding your views on broadcasting, I don't think you could have hit the head more squarely.
On the nail?
I'm sorry. If you'd have painted a large rondel on it and lined it up with a measuring device. Absolutely fantastic. It's strange to hear my mind spoken on national radio, you know, and I found the experience quite orgasmic.
I would find it really disturbing myself.
Well, maybe. But that's just me. But, no, wonderful. Yeah, absolutely.
I've got you in a...
Perhaps you and your good friend Mr. Evans could get your head together and take over the programme in this country, because I'm convinced between the two of you do a fantastic job.
I've had Neil in one of those Vulcan mind melds, and he's been speaking through me. He's been in the back of me, and he's been speaking through the front of me. Thanks a lot, Neil. 0500 1053 89. It's been so nice being, a puppet. And where he's been putting his hand, I can't even begin to mention. Yes, Kev, he's got his hand up like he wants to be excused.
No, I haven't.
You did. You put your hand up. Like, please, miss, I need to go to the toilet.
I was waving at you. Hello. Hello, Nick.
Sandra, are you still there?
Sandra is still here.
Blimey. She just doesn't give up. Here's one in Birkenhead. Bob.
Hello.
Bob.
Yeah, I was just incensed about you complaining about body piercing. I can't see what's wrong with it at all.
Where have you got pierced?
I've only got my ear pierced, which is nothing at all compared to what you were talking about with a funny smile that was done with the studs. But last two girlfriends both being pierced.
Pierced where?
Wow.
Uh-oh. Kev is freaking out in there. Don't tell us, Bob.
Don't want to know.
Do not tell us. No.
Right, well, the navel and go down. So put it that way.
So you told us.
So well.
You just couldn't help yourself, could you?
I haven't gone down.
0500 1053 89. Now Kev's got his head in his hands. I've got to go, Bob.
Quicker than you might imagine if this keeps up.
Here's one in Bristol. Hello, Louise.
Hello?
Louise.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you about, I was stuck in a lift earlier today.
Right, talk about going down.
I was stuck with a bunch of freaks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Sounds like they're knocking on the door.
No, it's just my sister. It was, a grandmother.
Where was the lift?
In town somewhere. Yeah, in town.
Well, you don't know?
No, I can't remember anything. I'm just still recovering from it, quite honestly.
Blind, well, take a deep breath, Louise. Calm down. What's wrong with you, woman?
I'm calm.
You're not calm. You're freaking out.
Well, I shouldn't be freaking out, but I was just calm in the lift, but now it's just...
Okay, deep breath. Okay, hold on. Let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, you were in town.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Down Wilmead.
Yeah, but in what establishment was the lift in? Don't mention any names, just what kind of a place was it?
In this big shopping...
It was in a big shopping mall?
Yeah.
Okay, now, are you beginning to calm down now?
Yeah.
Okay, because you were freaking out. As soon as I took this call, I was very concerned that you might start running around and trying to pull the wallpaper off. So you were in a shopping mall in town, right? Were you going up or down?
I was going up.
You were going up. And where? And on which floor did the lift stick?
I can't remember anything.
Well, think, woman.
I can't remember. All I know is that it just stopped.
Now, was it really high up? In other words, if the lift had plummeted to the bottom of the lift shaft...
No, it just sort of went dead.
Yeah, but you must have been thinking that. The lift is going to plummet to the bottom of the lift shaft when you're stuck in the lift. That's the first thing you think, right? The first thing you think is, how much space is there underneath us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, were you high up or not?
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
Mm-hmm.
High enough?
Mm.
Now, how many people were in the lift?
4.
4. Well, unless it gets to a critical weight... If the cables snap, well, the cables don't snap. Lift cables just flat out don't snap. I don't believe that there's ever happened. But if the brakes go off and so on and so forth, the lift won't plummet to the ground.
Thinking about dying then, but it's the people I was stuck with.
The lift,
a bunch of freaks.
The lift won't go plummeting to the earth. It'll actually career to the top of the lift shaft because the weight is heavier than you in the lift. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So everybody's freaking out about the lift plummeting down. It won't. It'll shoot to the top.
Yeah. This old lady was next to me and she was telling me her life story.
She didn't say, have you found Jesus yet, did she?
No.
I got stuck on a bus going from Tucson to Denver, which is hours, about 5-hour trip. And I get sandwiched in by the window, and there's the first thing this old dear says is, have you found Jesus? And I think that was the first thing that I said, muttered it under my breath. So you got stuck in a lift with some freaks, Louise.
And there was quite a big lady on there as well.
For how long were you stuck in the lift with the freaks?
It felt like forever, but it must have been a few minutes.
A few minutes? Blimey, we've been taking up our valuable time talking to you about getting stuck in a lift for a few minutes. Between floors you were stuck in a lift, you mean? She went from the second floor to the third floor, and it wasn't instantaneous, and so she sought to ring and complain about it. Blimey, take a deep breath. Have some decaffeinated coffee, Louise.
No, I was just going to ask you, who would you like to be stuck in a lift with?
Well, not you. That would be my first request. No. Here is top 10 things that sound dirty at the office, but this is a shameless David Letterman ripoff, and we're only doing it as a celebration of the fact that the man is back on the air tonight on the Paramount Channel. And somebody has faxed this into us. Top 10 things now that sound dirty at the office, but aren't. Number 10, I need to whip it out by 5. Number 9, mind if I you... Oh, blimey, David Letterman never screws it up. Or if he does, it makes it funnier. Number 9, no, mind if I use your laptop. Number 8, put it in my box before I leave. Number 7, if I have to lick one more, I'll gag. Number 6, I want it on my desk now. Number 5, I think it's out of fluid. Number 4, my equipment is so old it takes forever to finish. Number 3, it's an entry-level position. Number 2, when do you think you'll be getting off today? And the number 1 thing that sounds dirty at the office but isn't, it's not fair. I do all the work while she just sits there.
Anorax. Email Nick now.
nabbott@talk-radio.co.uk.
Oh, 500 1053 89. It's a free call. This is Talk Radio. I'm Nick Abbott. James is coming up after the new news. And tomorrow, because of the football, we are starting later. It's a 7:30 start.
You get to have a lion.
Yes. Yes. I wasn't made to get up at this time.
Did you mention earlier that you had a story for us tonight?
Yeah, I got a little golfing tale.
Ah, do you like golf?
I'd like to be good at golf, but it's not something that I've ever done, apart from the crazy golf.
Hey!
And I'm crap at that.
It's an expensive sport.
Yeah, but then, so skydiving.
Oh, big end. Sorry.
0500 1053 89. Free call. Here is Call in Hull, and it's Carol.
Hi.
Hello, Carol.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Okay, cool. I originally started to talk about piercings, but it seems really inappropriate now because you've been talking about loads of other stuff.
No, piercings we can do.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say that I've got lots of piercings, and I wear them instead of makeup. I don't wear makeup. I just have my piercings.
But is makeup not for attracting a partner, and piercing must repel them?
Well, it didn't repel my boyfriend.
Is he also pierced?
No. He's,
Did he have magnets in his pockets? Was he drawn to you for that reason?
Well, that could explain it,
Yeah.
Are you pleased to see me, or is that a magnet in your pocket?
Exactly, yes. What a chat-up line.
I don't think I'll try that one, though.
So, have you discussed this with him? Is there something about it that he particularly likes, or does he like you in spite of it?
I think he actually likes me in spite of it, to be honest.
You've not even talked about it?
What?
I mean, how many piercings have you got?
I haven't got that many. I've only got 20.
What?
Well, my piercer's got hundreds.
He probably gets discount. He's in the trade. You have 20?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No.
Where? I hesitate to ask. Don't tell us if there's rude parts, because we don't want to know. Well, we do, but we can't talk about it.
Okay, well, I have 2 in my right eyebrow.
2? I've never seen that before. You've got 2 in your right eyebrow.
Oh, come off it. Of course you must have seen that
No,
before.
I've seen one. No, I've seen one, but 2. And what have you got through them? Bolts or rings?
Bolts. bolts at the moment.
Bolts?
Well, you know, barbells.
Barbells? What, you went down to the gym and you nicked some from the weights room? Right.
Not quite that strenuous, no.
Okay, 2 in your eyebrow. We got 18 to go.
One through my right nostril.
Right.
One through my septum. You know, like a bull.
Right.
I've got 2 in my lip.
In your what?
My lip. In my face.
2 in your lip?
Yeah, my lower lip.
Okay.
I've got 2 in my tongue.
2 in your tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. Let me ask you this about the tongue, right? That must hurt like hell.
No, it doesn't actually.
You're joking. Do they anaesthetize your tongue before they do it?
Yeah, and it tastes horrible. That's the worst part.
That's the worst part of having 2 bolts stuck through your tongue is the taste of the anaesthetic.
Yeah, it tastes of bananas.
I love the taste of bananas in the morning.
Yeah, but you know, stuff that's meant to taste like bananas doesn't actually taste like bananas. It's far more banana-y.
But don't you find all this metal kind of gets in the way? I mean, when you're blowing your nose, doesn't it all kind of like, oh, blimey, doesn't even bear thinking about it? And when you're eating, doesn't the food kind of get stuck in the hole and...
No, not at all, but eating spaghetti is a little bit of a hassle. It gets tangled. But then nobody can eat spaghetti elegantly, so, you know, I don't mind.
Elegant swelligant. I think we've got about 7 so far.
Okay, I've got...
Now it gets...
No, I'm just trying to say which... I've got my left ear pierced 4 times.
4 times? Don't you feel that your head actually weighs more than it used to?
No.
I mean, when you wake up in the morning, is it hard to get your head off the pillow?
No, not yet. It would be, I suppose, if my boyfriend hid magnets underneath the pillow or something, but not yet.
Can I suggest that you don't go out in a thunderstorm?
Yes, you can suggest that. Thank you for the advice.
Do you ever feel like you should get something over, like, those braces, those metal braces over your teeth? That would be great. You could virtually create sparks as you spoke.
Never seen that happen yet.
Well, I bet it catches on, because, you know, where are you going to go next? You've got, I know we've started at your head, and as we move down, I'm sure it'll become clear where all the rest of them are, but let's stop right there. Can we stop at your chin?
Yeah, well...
Because there's
Can we go as far as the belly button?
Okay, the belly button.
I've got that done twice.
Twice. See, not once. Everything has to be done twice with you. And did you get... What was the first thing you had done? Your ear, right?
No, my eyebrow.
The first thing was your eyebrow, but that wasn't enough. You also got lots of tattoos.
I've got 3.
3. Yes, she's restrained herself.
Yeah.
And is it not a sense of more, like you've had one done and you have to go and get another one, you feel like you're forever propelled forwards to get some more adornments?
Yeah, I'd agree with that, actually, yeah. But I don't want to get any more, well... I was going to have my lip done another 2 times, but after that I wasn't going to have any more done on my face. Apart from I might have my iPad done a couple more times.
And do you ever look in the mirror and think that you feel pretty, witty and gay?
Every day.
Every day, in every way, you're getting pretty, prettier, wittier, and gayer.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay.
Little light breeze, birds singing in the trees. 2 golfers on a tee. It's the last tee on the course, with the clubhouse in the distance. And one of them's sizing up the ball, and he stands back and he